647, welcome back to the Valley today. This is a live look at the U.S. Capitol building where we've been following some breaking news for you overnight. Senate Democrats ended a nearly 14-hour filibuster early this morning after Republican Party leaders agreed to allow votes on two proposed gun control measures. Those measures are whether to ban people on the government's terrorist watch list from obtaining a gun license and whether to expand background checks to gun shows and internet sales.
Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. 12 minutes before 7 o'clock, and we're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. We have breaking news from overnight. Fargo police caught up with 4 suspected car prowlers early today after someone spotted suspicious activity in their neighborhood. 4 juveniles were detained in the 2600 block of 15th Street South around 3 a.m., then released to their parents.
Now, police believe at least 2 vehicles were involved, but they're trying to figure out if others were entered as well. So if you notice something missing, you should call Fargo police this morning. Officers say that if you discover your car has been tampered with, that they may get more calls about it as people leave their homes to begin their day. Well, we're also following a developing story for you this morning about the death of a former Miss North Dakota USA. People around the country are mourning the loss of Samantha Edwards, whose body was found by a friend inside a home in North Minneapolis on Tuesday. Investigators say that there were no signs of trauma on her body, but they are waiting for autopsy results to try and determine a cause of death.
Edwards' mother remembers her daughter as a beautiful person inside and out. Her death came as a shock to many people in the community, including those who knew her from her pageant days.
Now, there is a GoFundMe page that has been set up to help with funeral costs. Now, it's surpassed its goal amount, but you can still donate. If you'd like to help out, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Also developing today, President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden traveled to Florida today, 4 days after the worst mass shooting in American history. The president will meet with survivors and families of victims of Sunday's shooting.
The president is also set to spend time talking with first responders and medical professionals. 49 people were killed during that attack on an Orlando nightclub early Sunday morning. 53 people were hurt as well. 30 of those remain in the hospital this morning. In our election coverage this morning, fresh off his huge primary win on Tuesday, Fargo businessman Doug Burgum is launching his campaign to try and become North Dakota's next governor.
Burgum challenged party-endorsed Attorney General Wayne Stancham in Tuesday's primary to gain the GOP nomination for governor. Burgum says if elected, he will focus on strengthening 2 of North Dakota's biggest money-making industries.
This is something that we've got to fight in our state because federal overreach is, it's bad for energy, it's bad for agriculture. Those are our 2 mainstay industries, and we've got to make sure that we fight to keep those industries strong.
Burgum is set to face off in November against Democrat Marvin Nelson, a state representative from Rolla, and Libertarian candidate Marty Riskey, a Fargo businessman.
It's now 6:51. Time for weather on the ones, and we check in with meteorologist Lisa Green, and I see a pretty blue sky out there.
Yes, it is lovely out there today where we don't have the fog. We've had some dense fog in some spots. On our view, it's looking pretty good, though, here in South Fargo with blue sky, and we know we've got sunshine on the way for today as well. Here's where we're running into some issues with that localized fog. We're looking at no visibility reported in Langdon, so a tough morning for you there. Over toward Roseau, a little bit better. We're at 2 miles for you. Fargo, we've been seeing our visibility gradually improve. And down in Gwinner, it's been a morning where we've been on the low end of things as far as visibility is concerned. We're at 1.25 miles with some patchy dense fog, and likely some places in between these reporting sites where you might run into some fog. So just turn on those headlights if you're going to be driving around today, or at least this morning, so you can make sure that you're seen as you're heading down the road with that fog out there. We've got otherwise clear skies, and in addition to that, one area where we're keeping an eye on some storms, most of them north of the border and west of us here, but there's an eastern edge to this that may, just as it moves to the northeast, brush our Towner County viewers, parts of northwestern viewing area there that we'll be watching for here today. But so far, things are still looking quiet for you. You may be seeing those clouds on the horizon there. 60 degrees now in Grand Forks. We're at 59 in Fargo. On our way into the 60s, 70s, and even 80s today. By lunchtime, we'll see some 70s and some sunshine. And by the afternoon, all of us enjoying beautiful sunny skies, temperatures into the mid to upper 70s in the northeast. But in eastern North Dakota, we're looking at some low to mid 80s for high temperatures today. So warming right back up with that sun, wind out of the southeast, and picking up a bit into the afternoon hours today. This is ahead of our next system. This one rolling in late tonight. This is 11 o'clock tonight. We start to see a line of storms forming and moving into our western viewing area, and they'll continue to move through the region through the overnight hours tonight. And some of them could be strong to severe, so I want to be weather aware about that. 84 degrees your high today in Fargo. Expect to see the 80s to stick around in the forecast with some unsettled weather as well. Saturday and Sunday this weekend does look a bit stormy, and we'll continue to see some temperatures that are mild even into next week.
Thank you, Lisa.
New for you this morning, Walt Disney World beaches will remain closed today as a precaution after a deadly alligator attack. 2-year-old Lane Graves was killed Tuesday night as he waded in shallow water at a popular resort. Authorities announced yesterday afternoon that they had recovered the body of the toddler. An autopsy is being performed by the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office.
A special mass in honor of Lane will be held later today at the family's church in Elkhorn, Nebraska. The church will also be accepting donations for the family. A Wisconsin man is in jail this morning after a nearly 5-hour armed standoff at a Grand Forks motel. 43-year-old Chance Jacobson is charged with 2 felony counts of reckless endangerment and terrorizing.
Police, the SWAT team, and negotiators were all called to the Budget Inn Express motel just before 8 yesterday morning after management told them that Jacobson was armed and suicidal. Now, he allegedly fired several shots inside his room when police arrived. Jacobson did surrender peacefully just before 1 p.m. yesterday. No one was hurt in the incident. A judge has set bail at $1 million for a man accused of attacking a Pembina County deputy. 26-year-old Clifford Monteith is charged with attempted murder in connection with that assault that happened earlier this month.
Police reports say a Pembina County deputy pulled over the vehicle that Monteith was in just before the alleged attack occurred. It happened on Highway 18. During the assault, the deputy shot Monteith 3 times. He is also wanted in a Fargo assault case from 2014, where he's accused of hitting a man in the head with a hammer. A Fargo man has changed his plea in a brutal assault case on a woman. Holden Invick now faces sentencing for sexual imposition and aggravated assault.
The victim says that Invick tried to sexually assault her, then poured chemicals down her face and throat. He does remain in the Cass County Jail. He's set to be sentenced in September. Elder abuse is a growing problem, and experts are urging people who see something suspicious to report it to authorities. State representatives and others entrusted with protecting the elderly came together for World Elder Abuse Day in Moorhead yesterday. The speakers say that physical, emotional, and financial abuse of the elderly is not uncommon, even within families. Now, there are resources that can help you spot problems and report it. You can find them by looking for this story at our website, valleynewslive.com.
In this morning's Consumer Alert, teen drivers are still expensive to insure, but the costs have started to come down somewhat for parents. A new report from insurancequotes.com finds a married couple who adds a teen driver to an existing policy will see an average annual premium increase of 79%. It's enough to widen any parent's eyes, but it's actually down from last year's 80% and lower than in 2013, when the increase was as high as 84%. But not all teens are charged equally. Adding a male teen driver results in an average premium increase of 91% compared to a 67% increase for females. Many kids and teens are headed to a local college this summer to take some unique courses.
It's a sneaky way that they can learn by having plenty of fun. And that is just what the Valley Today's Christy Larson has been doing all morning. She joins us live from the MSU Moorhead campus with more on this great kids and teens college program. Hi, Christy.
I think it's something that all the parents are looking for in the summertime. How can we not get that brain drain that we've been talking about this morning, keep them learning and keep them interested? And so, Shireen, you guys have really put together a lot of those classes that are going to make them have a lot of fun, but they're going to do a lot of learning as well.
Yeah, we try to make something that's exciting for the kids so they have a great time while they're here and actually learn a little bit too. And besides the 3 classes that you saw this morning, we have about 40 other classes that are offered. So there's a lot of different options depending upon what kids are interested in.
And I was going to say there's almost something for everyone because you guys have everything from arts to science classes. So your kids are going to find something in different age groups as well, because not everyone's going to be in the same classes as other kids.
Yeah, we do have age separation. So we have classes for 6 to 9-year-olds, 8 to 14, and then like 13 to 18-year-olds. And some interesting classes we have are soap making or finding flora and fauna where they get to go out to the science center. So there's a lot of different options.
And I want to mention the gross science. Is that what you called that other class?
Grossology, yeah. They get to do all kinds of different gross, disgusting things next week, making wounds and blood and different things.
It's one of those things, though, that the kids are going to have so much fun making these fake wounds. They could maybe make them for Halloween as well, and then they're going to be talking about it, how they learned how to make these things. And again, guys, we do have the link up on valleynewslive.com. So College for Kids and Teens, it's going to be something definitely you want to get your kids signed up for, whether it's going to be for next week if there's a few classes open, or maybe in July as well.
Still plenty of summer left to sign up and take a few of those classes. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy.
Well, we had our golf lesson this morning, and if you'd like to try out what we learned about hitting straighter shots, there's a brand new old standard for golfers back open in North Fargo. Alzagle Golf Course will always have a special place in my heart because that's where I learned to play. Reopened yesterday for the first time since 2014.
The course has new improvements to its tee boxes, fairways, and greens, all while maintaining its par 3 status. You can also play a game of foot golf on the course where you try kicking a soccer ball into an oversized cup with the least amount of kicks possible. That's probably the only game I'll be playing out there. The course had been closed for levee reconstruction on the outer edges of the golf course.
One of my friends went out and played a few holes yesterday and said the course is in great shape.
Good to know. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: the average person forgets to do this at least 5 times a month.
The answer: wear deodorant.
5 seems high to me, actually.
If you're half asleep in the morning, though, sometimes you just, I guess, forget. I don't know. I don't think I... It's just so much part of my routine. I guess once you get in that routine, that...
I would think so. Maybe
Yeah.
just have an extra one on hand just in
Just
case.
in case.
Just in case. Well, we do have some temperatures today that are going to be pretty warm, back into the 80s for your summertime weather with sunshine as well. Just remember, late tonight there's a chance for storms. Stick with Valley News Live for the latest updates on those later tonight.
It's going to be warm, so don't forget to put your deodorant on
That's
today.
a good point.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather right here in 25 minutes.
Have a great Thursday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.